So I'm here at the South Point Hotel and Casino at the Pacific Coast Derby, and this is an overhead view of a run that I had here. And this horse is a really nice little 5-year-old, and as you can see, I'm stepping to the herd here. And one of the things I want to say is that I've picked my herd help and my turnback men. Turnback men you can't quite see at this angle, but the herd help have the cattle in the middle of the arena. We've discussed the cattle. Those guys know the cattle I like the best. That doesn't mean that I won't change my mind and maybe option off if I have a good feel and a great cut on a different cow. So as we step to the herd here, I'm not going to step way around. I don't want to bring all the cattle, but my goal is to get the cattle to surround me. I'm not going to hurry and just step off and just cut a cow right off of the edge, because your timing is so important here at this point. This is a great view right here, and you see the help is perfect. The herd holder on the right he's up there in a position away, holding the cows behind me in, and maybe slowing the flow down if necessary, if I have trouble with those cows. The herd holder on your left is staying down in and making sure the cows come up and around me. And he's also making sure if I go to cut cattle that the cattle don't duck back on me in that point. So that'll be his job. So as I step up, you can see these cows start to clear, and this one cow gives me a spot to step up in. So I'm going to step up, and it's up to me. If I stand still right here, that cow might duck back, and I'll pick up that cow on my right, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep stepping up and clear my own cow. So I step up past the cow, let these guys step in. They do an excellent job of helping me clear that cow, and I get straight across the pen. One of the things that makes a successful run is holding your line. Okay, so as I'm far enough away from the herd that I don't flush any cattle, but I don't want to fade back, I don't want to leak out, but I want to hold that straight line going across the pen. Now, something that happened just a second ago was an excellent job, but the herd holder on my right, or on your left in this case, that little black cow started to leak out of that herd just a little bit. It didn't have anything to do with me. It wasn't a penalty on my part, but he did a great job of stepping out and maybe maintaining that cow with the rest of the herd. Now, a couple things. I want to take my time and let him bring back the cow that I cut. Now, this black cow kind of wants to be cut pretty bad, but I think it'd be a mistake to cut that cow. There's two cows right here on the top, the black cow and the red cow, that always want to come out. And personally, they're not the cows I want to cut. I'd rather have a cow that is doesn't want to leak out of the herd too much, but wants to stay in the herd, but allows me to push it, allows me to drive it. So in this situation right here, I'm going to step behind some cattle again. And again, my help is in really good position. The turnback men are far enough back out of the way to let the cows drift out and let me get up out of the herd. And the herd holders are in excellent shape on either side. Now see, I could have cut that little red cow right there on my left right now. But that cow's always kind of leaking out of that herd, and it bothers me that cow always wants to be by itself. Like it might run out between the turnback men. I don't want to cut that cow. But I got a good shot at this little white cow. You can barely see it because of the sand and it are the same color. But you watch this horse work. He goes over there, hits that stop hard. He's real square. He whips that head around through that turn. He turns with his head first, shoulder second. He holds his rear end still. That is an excellent position on this horse, and form. Form is more important than a lot of activity, but I'm getting both here. I'm getting activity and form, which sets this run up for success. I've already met that by walking in and moving the herd. I've already met the criteria of a deep cut. The other thing is I'm in a position here again where I have a plus in position and control on my working part. I've had my deep cut. I think I'm having a successful run, a credit-earning run. My horse has been excellent. I've cut mainly in the center of the pen. That's where you get all your points. So now I got to finish this run up. right here, again, this was a good shot to step up, get far enough away from the herd. And too many people wait and stop stepping up, and then they don't get far enough away from the herd and give themselves a great opportunity at holding that cow away. Cattle work better when they're a little further away from the herd, and so does your horse. The horse isn't looking back over his shoulder all the time. If you watch this horse work, I mean, he's really controlling this cow, really feeling good. That was the end of the run, and that's the kind of run I'd like to have. So the components of that run that really made it happen were clean cuts, smooth with my hand on the cuts, getting way up out of the herd, and holding my position, making sure that I stay straight across the pen, even or slightly ahead of the cow, and that I'm really controlling what's happening. I want to thank my help for doing such a great job of helping me here, and I hope you enjoyed the video.